Welcome to the Adhocracy Show. On today's show,
style guides,
what they're used for,
and a game about dashes.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, I'm JD Melville.
And I'm David Landeen, and welcome to the Adhocracy Show, your weekly source for advertising, marketing, art, and design.
Absolutely. If you are here for the first time, click the subscribe button down below because we have a new show every Monday.
Also, if you're here for the first time, you may not know that normally there's only two of us, but today there are three because we have Jordan.
That's right.
Yeah, we're so thankful for you to come for a second time.
Happy to be here.
To join us. And if you haven't seen last week's episode, we talked about prescriptivism and descriptivism. Super interesting stuff. Blew my mind when I learned it.
Mine too.
And you're in that field, so shoot.
It's great. It's good stuff.
Interesting stuff. Today we're actually going to be playing a game called the Mad Dash for the Right Dash. But before that, we need to give a little ground. We need to tell you a little bit about how it works. Tell us about the Adhocracy Show real quick.
The Adhocracy Show, it's the show before the show that you can watch after this show.
Yeah.
Before we start filming this, we do just some getting ready, getting to know you stuff. Today we play Pie Face, where we all, you just have to go check it out, but there's some whipped cream and in the face. And an amazing catch by JD.
Our very own JD, yes.
Just unbelievable.
A little bit whipped cream and just magnet, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. And if you can see this stain, that also comes into play, but I don't think you can see it because
You got a little whipped cream on the tie, but it cleaned up pretty well.
Cleaned up really well.
Good.
So
to start this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about style guides.
Excellent.
Because there are several different types of style guides.
Correct.
And maybe you can give us the lowdown on it. But basically, it's the way you use certain sentences or words or formatting. Correct? Tell us about style guide. What is a style guide?
Yeah. So there are, like you said, a lot of different style guides. Big style guides, small style guides. A lot of companies or independent editors, certainly publishing houses, will often have their own style guides or style sheets, sometimes people call them. Essentially, if you've watched the episode on prescriptivism and descriptivism, a style guide is kind of the rule book, for lack of a better word, that an editor would follow when he or she, or they, if you use singular they, is editing something. So style guides get this stereotype of being very prescriptive, being very kind of rule-focused. But it's interesting, as I've been reading through more and more, how often they allow for people to bend the rules or break the rules when a specific situation arises. So big style guides would be like the Chicago Manual of Style, the APA Style Guide, which is the American Psychological Association, the MLA Style Guide, or the Modern Language Association. Those are some big ones. When I worked with both of you, one of my jobs was to create a corporate style guide for our company. We would write things that aren't necessarily treated by some big style guides in the industry that I was in. And so we needed to just make our own decisions, and a style guide helps you make sure that you're being consistent across multiple projects.
So talking about that, how you were working on your own very style guide for our company.
Yeah.
What are the different uses of style guides? Why isn't there one? Why isn't there?
That's a really good question. With the big style guides, it seems like, and I get the sense, I think this is true, that certain disciplines will use specific style guides. So, for example...
Well, it's it's the American Psychological.
Yeah, so psychologists will use the APA style guide, but also a lot of linguistics research is written in APA style. That one seems to be pretty broad. It's the one I use in most of my writing. If I'm given a choice what style to use, and mostly I follow it for it tells me how to cite certain references. That's a big thing. If you're in, I believe history uses a something based on Chicago called Turabian style.
Turabian.
Literature papers are most often written in MLA style, I think. If I'm wrong, I'd be really interested for viewers to correct me in comments. I think
I'm sure they will.
Interested in what your experiences have been. But as to why there's not just one, I think there's probably a few reasons. Maybe it's because we use language differently in different contexts. And so if I'm talking about psychology, I might be needing to use language in a way that's different than if I'm talking about literature or science
Or like
or
a
biology.
newspaper reporting.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, you bring up a good, I'll give you an example. Thanks for reminding me. The journalism world mostly uses the AP style guide, the Associated Press style guide. And in AP style, we're interested in keeping things as short as possible. For reasons I think that are related to, you have a column that you can only fit so many characters in, and so you need to be brief. Times, for example, in AP style, if I'm trying to say something happened at 9 a.m., I'll say numeral 9 a.m. If I'm following Chicago style, which we use for book publishing a lot, space isn't as much of a concern, so Chicago would want me to say 9:00 space A period M period.
Huh.
So it's quite a bit longer.
So there's a method behind the madness.
Yeah, and as I'm saying all this, I'm second guessing myself. I know that principle is on, but the specifics,
Maybe.
Yeah.
we could look them up.
Yeah.
So
Or the viewer, they can tell us. You
right,
look it up.
Exactly. But that principle is intact. So
Yes.
it's interesting.
So really, to set the stage, we're going to be playing the mad dash for the right dash.
Yes.
And what this is going to be is Jordan's going to give us examples of when you would be using a hyphen, an N dash, or an M dash. If you don't know what those are, you may want to learn those, and we're going to help you out with that. And then David and Landeen and I are going to run and grab our...
We're going to dash.
We're going to dash.
Right.
David definitely has the advantage with his marathon training. My marathons consist of TV shows, so...
Which are more fun.
Yes,
to be totally
yeah,
honest.
Netflix marathons, and I do, running marathons.
You should see the amount of ice cream I can put down while binge watching.
It takes some training.
It's incredible. So let's go out and we're gonna play. He'll call us out. We'll grab the metaphorical dash. We have a dash, an N, and an M to represent each one.
Now, points will be awarded based on if you get back first with the right one, or if you get back first and you have the right one, that's 2 points. If you get back second and you don't have and you have the right one, that's 1 point.
If you get back and have it completely wrong,
It's 0 points.
which will probably happen,
Most
it'll
of
be
the
0
time.
points. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Sorry.
Okay, let's get going. Let's do this.
Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to read a sentence, and then I'm going to tell you both
Where it would be used.
where the dash or the hyphen would be used,
And then count to 3.
I'll
3
count to
seconds
3.
to think about it.
and then I'll say dash. And you guys start running, okay? Okay, so here's number 1. The nausea-inducing movie was so bad that I couldn't sit through the whole thing. What should go between nausea and inducing? Dash. Okay, so JD's back first.
I'm back second.
Landeen's back second. It looks like you both chose the hyphen. You're both correct. Very nice. Good work.
It got stuck. All right.
Okay.
We'll reset and then go round 2.
Okay, very good. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here's the second one.
Okay.
Okay. The thing about this situation, and it is a ridiculous situation, is that it should never have happened. So what should go between, there are 2 of them, but they're both the same mark. What should go between situation and then situation and is? In other words, what should separate
Yeah.
and it is a ridiculous situation? I'm pausing because I know you're super anxious, but dash! Okay. Okay, Landeen's back first, JD second, both have M dash, and that's correct.
Yes.
You guys are good at this game.
Tied.
Okay,
3.
tie game.
All right, reset and next.
Okay, here we go. Here's the next one. Please speak to one of the 2 co-assistant directors of the writing program. What goes between co and assistant? Ready? Dash. Wow, that's super close. Landeen's first. JD's second. Landeen has a hyphen. JD has a hyphen. This one's hard. You're both incorrect. So, when you have an open compound like assistant director, you put a prefix in front of it. You put that. You set an n dash between the prefix and the first part of the open compound to signify that that prefix goes with the whole compound. The Chicago Manual of Style calls it an editorial nicety that will go unnoticed by most readers. But
I never noticed it.
right, so nobody blames you. But that's a good one.
No points.
All right,
Points.
next round.
Still tied. We're back. You ready?
All right,
All
let's
right.
do this.
Okay, here we go. Please see pages 49 to 54 for a full explanation of brazing. What goes between 49 and 54? Ready? Dash. This is so close. That's a literal tie.
All right.
So Landeen says M, JD says N. JD is correct. Between numbers that are inclusive, N dash.
I only know that because the copywriters at work constantly are
I
circling
make
my
videos. Nobody cares.
Right?
All
That's a
right.
good advantage.
So it's 2 points for you then. Go ahead by 2. All right.
Nice
Reset.
one. Ready?
Yes.
Here's the next one. Her phone number is 555-234-1234.
Oh shoot.
What goes between the first 3 numbers, 555, and then comes before the last 4 numbers? Basically a normally formatted phone number. Ready? Dash. Okay, Landeen came first, JD second. You both picked the hyphen, and that's correct. Very
Yes!
nice. So that's tricky. JD asked, N dash comes between numbers. When those numbers are inclusive, then an N dash is what you use, but when they're just numbers like in a phone number, hyphen is what you use.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
All right.
Next one.
Okay,
Yep.
very good. All right, you guys ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. This one may require you to grab 2.
Oh boy.
If you think both spots have the same mark, just grab the one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, the pre-reading festival begins at 9 a.m. sharp. What should go between pre and reading and festival? The pre-reading festival. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Cut. Start over.
Okay. Start over.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This one has 2, so you may need to choose 2 different marks, or you can choose the same mark and have it be applied to both parts. Here's the sentence. The pre-reading festival sale begins at 9 a.m. sharp. So what goes between pre and reading and festival? Dash. A tie again. What do we do with ties? I mean, it seems
Well,
like a
we'll
tie
just,
to me.
we'll just see.
Well, one
if
of us is right and one of us
we
is
got,
wrong.
we got different ones, so.
Okay, that's true. So, Landeen, you picked an M and a hyphen. Where do you think each of them go?
Wait. I have to actually. All right. Well, I thought the hyphen went between the pre-reading
Okay.
and the M dash went between festival sale, or
And reading and festival.
reading and festival. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And JD picked a hyphen for both. JD is correct. Very nice.
Yes.
So very good. When we have a compound word that comes before a noun, compound modifier like reading, festival, sale, you hyphenate. When you tack a prefix onto that, you put a hyphen in front of the prefix already. So this is tricky because when that compound is open, like we had an example of that earlier,
Yeah.
you put an N dash.
Dang it. Well, I've gotten it wrong anyway.
These rules are a little bit
They're a little
ridiculous.
tricky.
But
But
you're
I got
loving
it
it.
right.
Yeah, this is great.
I think I'm getting killed.
Okay.
That's okay.
Does that count as 4 points or 3 points? Because you probably get an extra point for having it
Ooh,
right
for
in both
having
places.
2.
Yeah.
I say that's 3.
All right.
That works.
Reset.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
You spell accommodate like this. A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-E. When you write that out, what mark do you put between each of those letters when I'm spelling it out? Go. Dash, sorry.
I dashed too hard.
Almost had a casualty
It
there.
was almost a dash down.
Okay, so Landeen picked the N dash. JD picked the hyphen. JD is correct.
Come on!
So according to Chicago style anyway, hyphens join letters when you spell out each
Did you know
letter.
that already? Did you just get lucky?
I thought, this is what I went with. Like, it wasn't luck. I chose this, but I'm lucky I did.
Very good.
But I only get 1 point.
It's true. It's
You
true.
made it back first.
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Rely
Oh,
on your
save
speed,
that.
Landeen. Rely on your speed.
Just gotta hinder him
Just
as
cut
long as
my
possible.
points down.
Yeah.
Right.
Reset.
We're back. You ready?
Let's go.
Here's our sentence. Attending the University of California, Santa Barbara would be challenging because I'd always be tempted to go to the beach instead of going to class. So what comes between University of California and Santa Barbara? Ready? Dash. Okay, Landeen is the clear speed winner.
I'm just trying to cut down his points.
Here comes JD. Okay, Landeen's got a hyphen. JD's got the end dash. JD is correct. You
I know. Well, you wouldn't use hyphen that many times, but still,
It's got to come up again.
eventually,
right?
yeah, I think.
Awesome. So that's just something that the style guide says.
But you only get 1 point.
1 point.
Okay, this is our last one.
All right.
You guys ready?
For all the golden.
This is
right.
really just for me to try and catch anything.
Just your pride is at stake. at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, here's our sentence. It's always a good idea to try to maintain respect in a parent-child relationship. What goes between parent and child? Dash. Okay, Landeen's first with the M dash.
Obviously.
JD came in with the N dash. This one's tricky. JD's correct. An N dash works if you're following APA style.
Ooh.
Chicago style asks for the hyphen, so unfortunately, unfortunately the M dash is one that I'm not familiar with, but maybe there's a style out there that requires the M dash.
Well,
Who knows?
I'm just definitely a descriptive person.
Yeah.
So I just the
In the style guide of Landeen.
my style guide. My style
The
guide.
Chicago style does call the M dash the most versatile of all the dashes, so maybe you could use that as a license to use it wherever you want.
Here we go.
All right.
Nice work, guys. Very
Alright.
nicely done.
Let's go back inside.
Welcome back. I'm obviously smiling.
Yep.
It was a great game, you guys. I think you both did really well.
That was really fun.
JD was very good at the game. He wasn't necessarily fast,
And David was very fast.
but not necessarily
Yes.
good.
My
So-
copywriter friends would all be proud of me.
So with all games on here, there must be a reward. So here's your M for M dash, and here's your N, or your hyphen, and here's your N. Now turn that upside down.
Oh!
You win!
That's pretty cool.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
You are the winner. So here you go. You officially win. You get to walk around holding that up for the next.
Isn't that
week.
a punishment?
Yeah.
No, it's a
I'm just
reward.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
I'm a winner.
Oh, this.
We don't have.
This-
There's no.
this
there's
old
another-
thing.
I mean, there's another.
Almost do something
we're so
like
close.
this.
E.
Winnie.
We just need an R. Anyway,
Use
that's
your-
pretty
Then
good.
we'd have to walk around next to him.
Use your
Yeah,
imagination.
We don't want to do that.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to our videos.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where we are going to make sure we use N dash, M dashes, and hyphens correctly
From now on,
forever.
forever.
Though, if you watched last week's episode, I can do whatever I want because I am descriptive.
Right.
That's how it goes. All
Very
right.
good.
And how did you do? How did you do on our game? Did you any of these surprise you? Are there any other topics of literature we should cover? Or English language?
Yeah. And of course, thank you so much to Jordan for coming on our show.
Oh, I'm
We
happy
really
to be
appreciate
here. Thanks, you guys. This was fun.
it. Yeah.
So, for your made-up fact of the day, if you subscribe to this channel, you win.
You do win.
Oh, jeez.
We probably should have grabbed tiles.